guys, this is actually the second time I've had to film this video because the first time my camera was fucked, so I had to film the whole thing again. So enjoy. Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we are going to be doing my February reading wrap up and picking my March TBR. Now, just letting you guys know, if you saw the little intro, this is my second time filming this video, unfortunately, because my first video, when I filmed it, my camera was fucked. So we are going to be filming this again. So this is the second time I'm doing this, but today I'm going to talk about the 5 books that I read in February, and then I'm going to be picking my March TBR for the month. So I've already picked it. Like I said, I've already filmed this video once, so I'm filming it again, but I've already picked my March TBR, so I'm just gonna go through it with you. But I had like a rule that I was doing where I picked by genre, so we'll get to that. But first we're gonna talk about the 5 books that I read in February, and the 6th book that I started but haven't finished yet and I'm currently reading. Okay, the first book I read in February was in fact Wrath of the Fallen. I read it on my Kindle, and it's the 4th book in the Gods and Monsters series by Amber Nicole. I started it in January. I did talk about this in my last wrap-up video, where I was like, okay, I'm starting it now. I'm still reading it, but I'm not going to finish it till next month. I didn't even finish it a week into February. It took me a while because the beginning was so slow, but the end was so... oh, Guys, I was crying. I was so mad. Oh, I cried. If you know whose death I'm talking about, that one character's death that was so unnecessary and didn't need to happen, I bawled my eyes out. It was not okay. Not okay at all. So that book destroyed me, but I did give it 4.5 stars. I didn't give it any more because the beginning was so slow. So slow. Whereas the other 3 books in the series all hit right from the beginning. I was like, bam, hit. Ow, that hurt. Wrath of the Fallen did not hit like that for me. I still loved it. Like I said, 4.5 stars. It was so good, but the beginning was just very slow for like the first 20%, and I hate when that happens. So I love this book. It was really good. 4th book in the Gods Monster series, God tier series for me. So good. The ending had me crying, screaming, throwing up, throwing my Kindle across the room because I was so mad. But yeah, so I love this book. It was really intriguing, really good. Oh, the romance, so good. I love Diana and Zabkael. I love them so much, and I wish I was either of them. I'd be like, yeah, both at the same damn time, guys. Both. I'm straight, but Diana Martinez, that woman could turn me gay. Just saying it now. I love that woman. Oh, bro. Fantasy FMCs, just all of them could turn me gay, guys, okay? Because if one of them was like, asked me on a date, I'd be like, hell yeah, like, I want to be besties with you, but I'd totally like make out with you if I had the chance, even though I'm straight. Like, that's just the truth. That's the plain truth. And if you don't agree with me on that, then that's your loss, really. Anyway, but Diana Martinez is that girl. She's my second favorite FMC of all time, not including my own book character, but if I include my own book character, she's number 3 after Aileen Galathinius, of course. But she's my Latina mommy. I love her so much. Anyway, guys, I better stop talking about Wrath of the Fallen. So that's the first book I finished. I read it. Well, I didn't start it, but the first book that I read this month, and 4.5 stars. So it's still really good. Love the series. I need book 5 immediately. I need book 6 immediately. I need book 7 immediately. I need all 3 at once. So Amber, just send them all over. Send them all over. Send them all over, please. And I don't want one at a time. I want all 3 at once. Please and thank you. Okay. Oh my god, my dog! Still haven't eaten your goddamn breakfast! Okay, sorry, I had to go let my dog out of the laundry. The next book that I read was not on my February TBR. Here's the story. I woke up one morning and I was like, scrolling on TikTok, and I saw this video for an indie author's book, and I was like, oh, that sounds so good. So I went onto Kindle Unlimited and I searched if it was on Kindle Unlimited, but it wasn't. And I was like, oh dang it, so I'm gonna have to buy it in paperback, and then I'll have to wait, but I want to read it now. So I just bought it on Kindle. I read that shit in one day. I didn't read it in one sitting, but I read it in one day. So I read it in 3 sittings over a Monday. had nothing on except dance, I literally devoured that shit. So good. It was a short book. It was like 217 pages. But that is The Six Olympians. I'm not gonna say the author's name because I feel like I'll pronounce it wrong and I don't want to, but Six Olympians, oh, it was so cute and so good. I think I gave the first one 3.75 and it was so good. I loved it. And if you're looking for something that gives like Percy Jackson and the Olympians, then read this, because the Six Olympians is basically what if the like six Olympians, the main Olympians, Zeus, Hera, Poseidon, Hades, Aphrodite, and Hestia, banished to the earth by Kronos and forced to live as teenagers with no memory of who they are. So instead of them getting swallowed by Kronos, it tells the story of like, what if they didn't? What if they were banished to the earth? And I loved it. It was so different and so new. And it was so good and it was so easy to read. The thing about it that made me not give it like a higher rating, only 3.75, was it was so easy that it was too easy to read. You know what I mean? But after reading the Gods and Monsters series, I needed that. But like if I just read it after a normal like, you know, romantasy or a normal romance, then it wouldn't have hit as hard. It probably would have been even less. But it was still so good and I really enjoyed it. The romance is so adorable. The plot, like it wasn't amazing plot and it was kind of a little boring at times, but like I said, I read it in one day, so I had to give it a decent rating for reading it in one day. But it was so good and I enjoyed it. So I read the first one in one day and then the second one I bought the next day. And I read that in 3 days. It was so good as well. I haven't read the third one yet just because I wasn't in the mood to read it straight after. So I haven't read the third one, but I do plan to at some point in time. If I'm ever feeling in a slump, then I might just like pick up the third one randomly and read it. But yeah, no, the first one was really good. The second one is my third book I read this month, and that's The Six Olympians. If we go down together. And I gave that one 3 stars because it wasn't as good as the first one. I enjoyed the first one a lot more, but it was still really, really good. And the banter's really funny. The romance, like I said, the romance is really cute and they're all adorable. I love all the characters so much. And yeah, it's just, oh, and the weird thing for me, obviously, because in ancient Greece apparently incest is a thing a lot. So all technically they're brother and sisters and they're related, but they're also falling in love with each other. And I'm like, but they're not related. But she made like, the author made a really good like point, is that they're all like celestial beings, they're all gods, so they don't actually have DNA, so they don't actually share DNA, and so they're not technically brothers and sisters by blood, they're just because they have the same parents. And I'm like, that's actually such a good point. So that is the incest for me, but it was still really good. I enjoyed both books, devoured them both in 4 days, thought they were really cute. If you're looking for a good read, especially to get over the Percy Jackson and Olympian season 2 hangover, this series is it. Hopefully I'll get to the third book at some point. I don't know if there's going to be another one. I don't know if the third one's the last one, but I really enjoyed it. The first one was really good. The second one was okay, but it wasn't as good as the first. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed these. So that's my second and third books I read this month, which was The Six Olympians and then The Six Olympians If We Go Down together. Okay, the next book, I only read 5 books this month, like I said, and I read one in paperback, and the next one I read is In Your Dreams by Sarah Adams. So, oh guys, this was a 6 star. This was a 6 star, and it was only my second 6 star of the year. I've had 2 6 star, no, such a lie, my third 6 star of the year. Like, I've had 5 stars this year, like I've had a few 5 stars. I think I've had about 5 stars, but this is my third 6 star, because my first 6 star was Divine Rivals, and then my second one was Throne of Broken Gods, and my third is indeed this one. This series, the Rome Kentucky series, is a small town romance series. First one's When in Rome, second one's Practice Makes Perfect, third is Beg, Borrow, Steal, fourth is In Your Dreams. If you want to hear me talk about the whole series, then you're like, go look at my God tier series video, because this series isn't my God tier. So if you want to hear me talk about the whole series, go to that video, I mention it there. If you just want to hear me talk about this one, then stay a little while, stay here. So this book follows Madison Walker and James Huxley. Madison is a big, like, she's just completed culinary school in New York, and James is a farmer back in small town Rome. And Madison has just graduated culinary school, but she feels like she's a failure. She has no jobs lined up afterwards, and she just doesn't want to go home looking like a failure. So she goes to call her sister when she accidentally calls James. Her and James, they're kind of like enemies, but not really. They've known each other their whole lives, but they're like rivals in a way, kind of, but not really. I don't know how to explain it. They just dislike each other. or so they think. And she accidentally calls him, and when she's on the call with him, she's like in tears, and she's like, shit, I wasn't meant to call you. And he's like, it's okay, you can talk to me about it. And I'm like, and then I like this man from page 1. And then he says to her, oh, I'm opening up a restaurant back here in Rome, Kentucky for the farm, and I want you to be the head chef. And of course she's like, sure. She's like hesitant, but then she's like, okay, yeah, sure. And then you get to his point of view, and he's like, the restaurant didn't exist before that phone call. When I tell you, this man, she even, okay guys, so if you've been following me for a while now, then you'll know I have a few obsessions. But right now I'm watching Smallville, and if you've never heard of Smallville, then it's basically Superman's origin story. It's so good. It's on Netflix. You should watch it. And she literally said in this book, she said, but who can really blame me? James needs to be in the next Marvel movie or a Smallville reboot, because he definitely has the body of a farmer who is also secretly Superman. And I just said, so yes, I need this man. So James is my favorite man in the whole series, in the whole When in Rome series. Madison's not my favorite girl. Emily's always been my favorite girl in the series, but James is my favorite man because this man yearns, and I mean yearns. He's been in love with her for years. So good. This book was funny, it was witty, it was cute, it was emotional, it was everything I needed, and I loved it so much. The ending, and oh, I just cried because this is the last book in the series, and it's my favorite romance series ever, and I was so sad that it was finally over, and I just didn't want it to end. That's why I've been putting it off for so long, because it came out in December, but I've been putting it off because I was like, no, I don't want to finish the series, I don't want to finish the series. And I finally did, and I cried. I cried. I was so upset. But yeah, this series is really good. So if you want, and it's clean as well, there's definitely spicy scenes, but they don't get fully undressed. It's closed door, so it implies they have sex, but it doesn't happen. You don't see it because it's clean. Sarah Adams romances are always clean, but it is an adult romance still, so you will hear mentions of stuff like that, but it's like there's no actual sex scenes, which I love because I started reading her books at a young age. I was like 15, so I love Sarah Adams. She's my favorite romance author. This series is my god tier. It's so good. This one probably competes with Beg, Borrow, Steal, and Beg, Borrow, Steal, you guys know how much I love Beg, Borrow, Steal. You know how much I love that book. This one competes with it, so I don't know what that tells you, but that tells you that it's good and amazing. And I could talk about this book forever, so I better shut up about In Your Dreams. And I'm talking really fast because that's how I talk, but this book is so good. 6 stars, my third 6 star of the year. I think it's my, technically 5 stars, but it's my third 6 star of the year. So fucking good. Loved it. Characters were amazing, relatable. The setting was atmospheric and beautiful, and just, oh, like I said, I could go on forever. So let's just move on. Guys, my back is hurting. I had dance last night, and my back is hurting from dance, and also because I'm sitting here like this straight up on my bed. So, okay, the next and final book I read. So technically, I've got a story. I'm gonna tell you the story, okay? Ready? This is my story. So I started Ruthless Vows after I finished In Your Dreams, and I got 73 pages in, and I haven't picked it up since because it was so boring for me, these first 73 pages. I was like, this is so boring. I love Divine Rivals. It was a 6 star for me, and this one's just so boring. Hey guys, Jenna editing here. I just want to let you guys know, as I'm sitting here editing this, I have read more of Ruthless Vows. As you can see, I'm now up to page 141, so I've read not much more, but I've read a little bit more. And I just want to let you guys know that I'm enjoying it now, but I won't finish it before the end of this month. So me including it in the wrap-up video didn't actually work out because, yeah, it's not going to be finished until March. So, because today's the 28th, so just want to let you guys know I'm enjoying it now. It's letting me down, so I picked up another book instead, and that book was To Con a Gentleman by Sarah Adams. Sarah Adams back at it again. I picked up this book a few days ago, I think 4 days ago now, and I finished it last night, and I gave it 3 stars. It was really, really good, really cute. I love Sarah Adams, as I said before. She's my queen, but this was definitely one of her first books. It's a historical romance, so like Bridgerton. And it was so cute and so entertaining, funny, witty, like a rom-com like Bridgerton. It's pretty much Bridgerton, but no spicy stuff, which I love, because I love me a bit of tension instead of smut sometimes. So I love this book. It was really good. 3 stars. but something was just missing from it. I enjoyed it, but it definitely is what I needed because I was not going to get through this otherwise. So I'm going to try and read more today and tomorrow and Saturday, and I could try and finish it before the end of the month, but I don't think I will because I have that much left. But yeah, so this is technically my 6th book, but we're not going to count it, so we're going to talk about this instead. So To Con a Gentleman basically follows Rose and Carver, and Rose is a con woman. She scams high society men out of their money. You're not good for her. And she is tasked with like going to this man's door and conning him out of his money, and she goes to the wrong house, but she doesn't know this. She thinks she's at the right house because Carver, the wrong lord she's gone to, plays along with her, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna play with this because I know that she's not who she says she is, so I'm gonna play around with her. And yeah, so he plays around with her, takes her to his family's estate. Story kicks off from there. It's definitely a found family. It's really cute. There's a 2nd book in the series, and I will be reading that this month as well, this coming March, because I'm doing a Guide to Sarah Adams video for when I'm away in April, so you guys will see that in April. I'll probably film it soon. Definitely the little palette cleanser I needed because I wasn't enjoying Ruthless Vows. I'm gonna go back to Ruthless Vows now, but I think I just really needed it. So it was really cute. I liked it, but it wasn't as good as Sarah Adams' other books. Like all of Sarah Adams' other books, all of the physical ones I have, When in Rome, Practice Makes Perfect, that whole series, and then the Cheat Sheet duology, and then all of her first self-published ones as well. All 5 stars to me, but this one just wasn't as amazing as those, but I still enjoyed it. So yeah, that was To Con a Gentleman by Sarah Adams. Okay guys, we have finished my wrap up, and now we're going into the TBR side of things. So I've already picked it because, like I said, this is my 2nd time filming this video. So we went based on genre. So that was my thing this month, was I was doing it based on genre. So we had 5 genres. I know the first one isn't a genre, but I wanted to read an indie author book. Like specifically, I wanted to make sure I had at least 1 indie author book, even though I have 3, but it's fine. So the first one was an indie author book, was like the genre, and that was Curse of the Seven by K.S. Eliot, which I'm gonna read on my Kindle because I don't have the paperback, so I'm gonna read it on Kindle Unlimited. And this one's like a fantasy with a little dystopian vibes in it, I'm pretty sure. It's a duology. It's a really short duology, so I'm excited to read it. It sounds really, really, really good. I follow K.S. Eliot on TikTok, and one of my friends has read this book and she loved it, so I'm like, okay, so if she loved it, then I'll love it too. Because I am nothing a follower. I am nothing but a follower, guys, okay? I do the basic things. I'm a basic white girl. Like, I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed. I listen to Taylor Swift. I like lip gloss. I like books. I like perfume. I like shopping. I love all of that. Yep, I'm a basic white girl. I am proud. I am proud. Anyway. But yeah, so Curse of the Seven is the first book I'm going to read in March. I'm super excited. I was going to save this when I'm away in April, but then I rethought and I was like, no, you know what? No, I'm going to read it now. I'm going to put on my March TBR. So there's 2 of them. I don't know if I'm going to read both or I'm just going to read one. We'll see how I go. But I'm very, very intrigued by it, to say the least. So I'm very excited for it. I don't know what it's about and I don't want to know. I want to go in completely blind and just live in the moment and just see what it's like gonna be about and if it's good. Okay, my next one is romance. So my next, like I said, I'm doing it by genres, and I had to pick a romance book, and I have a lot of romance books I don't read because I don't read a lot of romance anymore. So I was like, oh, which one I've been wanting to read for a while, and that is one that was on my TBR for last month that I didn't read, which is Breaking Point by Mads Rafty. I put this on my February TBR last month, didn't read it because I didn't get to it because I was busy reading other books. So this one I'm going to read this month, fingers crossed. It's on Kindle Unlimited as well. It's on Kindle Unlimited and in paperback. I have it, so I'm probably going to read it on both because I find that reading on my Kindle makes me read faster, but I do like to read the paperback if I have it. So I'm going to read this one this month. This is my romance pick. Mads Rafty will pop up again because I have another book of hers in here, but yeah, this is a self-published one as well. But this is my romance pick, so not my indie author pick. The other one was my indie author pick. This is my romance pick. Basically it follows Grayson and Bella. Grayson is a hockey player. He's like a hockey star. And then Bella is like his assistant, his personal assistant, and they have to fake date. So it's a movie with the end. There's but Grayson is like struggling from the loss of a family member and stuff, so it's really heavy topic. I know that Mads Rafferty is like, it's a romance, but it's like there's heavy grief in it and stuff. I'm like, okay, I can handle that. I've been through throwing a fucking glass, bro. That thing just getting thrown a glass, flashbacks. That series is my life. I'm gonna start crying. But anyway, so I can deal with grief and stuff, and like I write grief into my books as well, so I can deal with it. It's gonna be okay. But yeah, so I'm really intrigued with this one, so I'm super excited. But yeah, so we're gonna pick this one up because I didn't pick it up last month. Okay, the next one is my fantasy pick for this month. But here's the thing, this duology that I picked for the fantasy pick of the month, I'm doing a reading vlog for, so I do have to read both this month, and they are quite thick. Unfortunately, they're quite thick books, which kind of sucks, but that's okay. And that is Serpent and, how am I holding the book? Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. I said it right this time. Remember I said Clarissa last time? That was incorrect. Carissa Broadbent. And I want to read her other series, Daughter of No Worlds too, and you guys will be getting a reading vlog for that as well, but that's a later thing. This one I'm going to read. I'm pretty sure this one's on Kindle Unlimited, but I don't think the second one is. But I'm going to reading vlog this, and you guys will probably see the reading vlog in April, hopefully. But I'm intrigued by this one. It's vampires. I don't know much else about it. I've had friends that like it. I've had friends who hated it. Had friends who DNF'd it. So it's honestly a 50-50. It could be a love-hate relationship. I don't know. And because I know I want to do a reading vlog for it, and I wanted to post it on when I'm on holiday, I was like, okay, so I'll pick it for this month. I'll pick it for March. So I have technically also picked the second book as well, technically, because I'm picking the first one. I have to reading vlog it. But yeah, so I'm intrigued by it. Vampires, humans, royalty, tournaments, like, yeah, sign me up. That's all I can really say. I don't want to read the back too much because I don't want to spoil it for myself. I like going into books completely blind if I have no clue what they're about. Okay, we have Mads Rafferty again because my thriller pick for this month is Deadly Occupants. Like I said, doing genres, this is my thriller pick. I don't read lots of thrillers. I read more mystery than thrillers. But this one has been on my shelf since Christmas. Yeah, Christmas, and I've been wanting to read it, and it sounds really good, so I'm gonna read this one this month. And I haven't really read any proper thrillers. The only thrillers that I've really read is the Natural series, which is god tier, so good, and that's a YA thriller. This one, I'm not sure if it's YA or if it's adult. Might be adult, I don't know, but I don't really care. But I love YA and I love adult, I love all of them, but YA is my love. I love YA because I write YA, so I'm like, the yearning and tension and banter and YA is crazy. But no, so I'm intrigued by this, and I've been wanting to read it for a while, and it's quite thick pages, so it's like, even though it's like looks like a thick book, it's actually not. It's how many pages let me see without spoiling. 405 pages. That's not a lot to me. That's not a lot, but no, so I'm very intrigued by this one. I'm gonna just keep soldiering on for my books. But this is the technically fourth but technically fifth, because I have Ashes and the Star-Cursed King in there too, but we're not going to count it right now. So the fourth book for this month. The fifth and final book on my TBR this month. I wouldn't have bought this book if it wasn't for Fairy Loot, because I had a Fairy Loot subscription. I had to cancel it. Very sad, because I just couldn't afford it, but I did get 3 subscriptions from it, so I got some really pretty books from it. This one, I wouldn't have bought it if it hadn't have been my Fairy Loot, because I don't think I just like wouldn't have picked it up. So I'm glad that it was a Fairy Loot, because I do want to read it now, and that's why it's on my TBR for this month. So this genre that I've picked for this one is dystopian, and because I've already got fantasy, thriller, romance, and self-published, so I picked Cold Wire by Chloe Gong. Now, lots of people hated this edition of it. I love the cover. I hate the sprayed edges. The sprayed edges are so ugly. I hate the sprayed edges for it, but I love the cover. And then I also, there goes the card for it. I also love the underneath dust jacket. That is gorgeous, but I hate the sprayed edge. So, but I'm super intrigued about this book. I don't know what it's about. I think it's about a Cold War. and it follows two girls on the opposite sides of war, I think. I don't know, but I'm super excited for it, and it's been on my shelf since December because it was my Fairy Loot December box. And yeah, I'm intrigued by it, and like I said, this is my dystopian pick. I've been wanting to read Chloe Gong for a while now, so I'm glad that I finally have an excuse to pick her up, because I can't find any of her books here in my stores unless I go to Dimmicks, and Dimmicks is like, you know, a 15-minute drive for me, and I know that doesn't seem long, but it's on the freeway, and then you have to like and Dimmicks is expensive sometimes, so I just had no excuse to like buy her books and pick them up. So I was like, okay, so this one, when I got it in my Fairy Loot, I was like, okay, now I have an excuse to pick Chloe Gong's books up. So if I like this, then I'll pick up her other books. But yeah, so this is my 5th and final pick for this month. Okay guys, we have all the picks. Let me get them in a stack. Let me get them in a stack. Let me get them in a stack. Here we go. Pretend the Kindle is Curse of the Seven. These are the picks for the month. We have dystopian pick, Cold Wire. Thriller / mystery pick, Deadly Occupants. Fantasy pick is Serpent and the Wings of Night duology. Romance pick is Breaking Point, and then self-published pick is Curse of the Seven. So these are the books that we're picking. I don't know how many I'm going to get through, because last month I only got through 2.5, not even 2.25, because obviously I didn't even get through halfway through this, and this was on my TBR. So 2 full books and a quarter of another. Not even a quarter, it's like 5%. No, it was like 17%, so close to a quarter. But yeah, so we'll see how much I get through. I'm hoping I get through them. My main priority this month out of this stack is the Serpent and the Wings of the Night duology, because I need a reading vlog that, so that's my main like priority, to do those ones. So yeah, that's my books for the month, and I guess that brings us to the end of the video now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed me talking about my February reading wrap up and my March TBR. And yeah, so if you guys want to see more content from me, then follow me on my socials at Jenna Lianzi Writes, both on Instagram and TikTok. I post more on TikTok just because it's my main platform. I post on Instagram sometimes, not very often, which is probably bad, but yeah, I post more on TikTok. And if you want to see more content from here on my YouTube, then subscribe, like, and comment down below. I post new videos on here every Tuesday 10 a.m. I might miss some when I'm away, I'm sorry, but yeah, so I'm here every week, Tuesday 10 a.m. my time, West Australian time. I don't know what time that is for you, because like I said last week, many time zones. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see if I can get through this March TBR. You'll obviously see when I do my March reading wrap up. Oh, that'll probably be one I post when I'm away, because I'll probably film that and edit it on the plane there, so you might see that as well. Actually, yeah. Oh, okay. No, okay. My plan's gone out the window. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next week. Bye! Oh my god, I'm sweating. I'm so sweaty. I need food as well. It's lunchtime. I don't actually know what time it is exactly, but I think it's like 11 or something.